If I lose gay marriage because some twink on Twitter decided that it's problematic to say that closeted people act aggressively politically, I'm going to crash out in ways never seen before. I'm going to get so mad.
It's so true, though. It is so true. And all of those things could happen. It's the thing.
Yeah.
When I get old,
Hey, friend. Welcome back.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm in Santa Fe and it's beautiful here. How are you?
Sick. I'm lovely. I am in the middle of a recording session for my newest video. So
Yeah.
anybody that's watching this on YouTube or Spotify video, apparently, which they can do now, you get to see a beautiful Christmassy background. Oh my gosh, happy
Look at
holidays.
that. Well,
So lovely.
welcome to, I don't know, it's a regular episode, but we can just call it a special holiday episode.
Yeah, why not?
Keep me young.
Purely for aesthetic purposes. Maybe next week we'll bring like actual like holiday themed young
that'd be
and
fun.
aging. But this time we get a little festive view of it. So that's all you really need to get in the
little
holiday
teaser.
spirit. Exactly. But welcome to Keep Me Young. I'm Blake.
And I'm Heather.
And this is your weekly podcast for two millennials just trying to stay culturally relevant through pop culture, video games, entertainment, movies, music, politics, and the holidays this time.
And the holidays and friendship and being authentic to our true selves and not giving a shit about big things and caring a lot about stupid things.
Yeah, in a perfect world, that is it. And on this podcast, it's always perfect world, baby. So there you go.
Oh, thank God for,
Thank God.
hour and a half, 2 hours a week. We just get to live in this space with the lights,
Just kicking it.
the studio lights on, and just forget about everything outside.
Absolutely. That spotlight really does just drain you of any of your problems for the week.
kind of
I will say,
does.
I'm like lock in,
tip.
Blake. There's a fucking light on your face.
Hot tip to anyone at home, get a little softbox light. And sometimes, even if you're not recording yourself, just turn on the softbox light. I'll tell you what, you'll snap out of whatever it is. If you're like,
It is kind of giving like seasonal affective disorder, like light box that
I
you just
do
like
have
shine
a
on your face to
sad
fix
lamp.
it. Is
I
it the
have
same
a
kind of
sad
light? Does
lamp?
it feel the same?
No, I don't think so. I think that's like special UV. I don't think I have my sad lamp
Fair.
anymore. My mom got me a sad
Oh.
lamp when I moved to New Jersey so long ago, but it really, surely they make like aesthetically more pleasing ones now because it was like
Right.
just this like slab of like plastic and it just looked like a tanning bed like
Cute.
coming from the
Cute.
floor. It was wild.
Oh my
Yeah.
God. We're taking the 2000s on the go with you.
Yes, exactly.
Well,
here we are.
here we are. I am, I'm in the middle of a recording session. So I told Heather ahead of time, I'm like, might have to be efficient this time. So one of those things, but I think that's okay. I think it's nice to have a little shorty, not a shorty. I mean, it's still probably gonna be an hour, but you know what I mean? We'll just
Exactly.
we're getting to it. We're getting to the meat and potatoes. So,
We are.
what is keeping you young this week, Heather?
This week, what is keeping me young is a precious angel who I found on YouTube, who is, the channel is called Rewilding Jude. Jude identifies as a queer man who, like, I don't know about the UK, used to live in a city, like close to his two parents. Both of his parents died,
No.
like within a year of each other or something.
Oh my
Jude's
God.
old job was dyeing yarn. What? It was like wool dyeing and dyeing yarn. Like just
Wow.
such a soft, beautiful creature. I found them through this other couple named Craig and Amy who used to do like vlog, like, I don't know, like travel challenges and
Sure.
then lived in a van for a really long time. This is like so much of my YouTube content that I consume is van life. And
Fair enough.
then they found a random cottage in Scotland. And then Jude came over. There was like one of those cute things where you're like, this can't have been like fun in real life because it's just a bunch of YouTubers like coming together and
Yeah.
sort of like awkwardly doing the thing that they do, but around other people. And like they're filming, but they're also trying to be friends. But
Yeah,
anyway,
nightmare.
yeah, Jude is a bunch of couples and then Jude, solo Jude, and I checked out his channel, and it's just so tender. It's so
Aw.
sweet. And like,
I love
you
that.
know, he's like clearly going through some like big grief stuff, some big life stuff. He got a barn
Sure.
cat, and the cat makes
Sure.
a lot of appearances. And like also like pretty, I don't know, pretty good filming for someone who like has only been at this for a year. Like the editing, it's not, you know, like drone level, like Kara and Nate vlog channel, like with 4 million subscribers type
Right.
shit. But it's interesting, you know, it's also not just like time lapse of somebody building shelves. Like it is dynamic
Yeah.
enough. And then Jude is just
I
so
love that.
charming and also like
That's so sweet.
cute to see someone in their 30s doing something like that, because I feel like all the van life
Yeah.
stuff, all these couples that I watch who do van life have been at it for like 10 years now. And so
Yeah.
it's fun to see someone who's like, oh yeah, I had like this corporate job and I have this whole life and this crazy thing happened. And so I started over. Like, yeah, you really can't start
That's so
over
nice.
every day if you want, Jude. So
Absolutely.
that's keeping me
Authenticity
young.
is like so, yeah, authenticity is so like magnetic lately. I feel like post COVID,
That's the
like we just like
thing.
crave authenticity. It's like, I mean, I think there was like even I don't even know if this is anecdotal, but like I just know a bunch of people told me even that like when this is completely derailing the wholesomeness of it, but I was like, apparently during COVID, like all the adult websites that you know about, like all the most popular category on all of them was amateur. Because it was just like real during COVID, which makes total sense.
I feel like that's always a statistic. Like it's definitely a high search for amateur.
Oh yeah, it's always high
Always.
performing, but it was just like number one for like a
You
year
wanna, like,
in
see
2020.
people who like each other,
Yeah, that's
and
the thing.
you want to
So,
believe that they like each other.
yes, and on a much more safe for work level, yes, the authenticity
Yes.
of that YouTuber, I'm sure just like bleeds through. There is something about you can just
And
tell
the
when somebody
sweet little
like
accent,
is
too.
doing it exactly when they're doing it out of passion and out of like joy and fun and not just for a paycheck. I resent the idea that you can't like lose authenticity when you get paid for it. I do think that you can still find passion in it while it's also
Of
your
course.
job. But
It's a funny
there is
thing-
something. It's very lightning in the bottle when it first starts.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Right. And it's a funny thing on something like YouTube because you aren't getting paid to start. And like,
Right.
you wonder, you know, these people who I think Jude is like living alone in the Scottish countryside and like wanted an artistic project. Like, you do believe, like, oh, I think you went into this because like you're doing all these DIY things, like built a chicken coop, has chickens now. Like, and
Right.
it's just sort of like a beautiful time in life to capture and like make these video diaries of.
Yeah.
And then also like, I hope you make money, Jude. It seems like you're putting a lot of time
Totally.
into this. And like,
Totally.
I don't know. It is sort of a funny like fourth wall. You, on the one level, you do believe, and like I think there's reason to believe that these people like
Yeah.
are genuinely enjoying themselves. And then
Absolutely.
yeah, I don't know. It's like a dotted line, the line that you cross over when you see a
Yeah.
YouTuber who's like, "Oh God, we lost you. Oh no."
When they just derail their content. I don't really know how that happens. Like, I guess some people do it. I mean, maybe greed really gets to people sometimes, I suppose. But like the thing is, I've never understood that because it's like they made that money and they made that success doing this one thing, and then they
Right.
start making money on it. And for some reason, a lot of them are like, "Well, I'm not doing that anymore. Sorry." I'm like, "Why? That's why they're
Yeah.
watching you. Like, that's just bad business."
Right. I think of the like 4 million subscribers, Kara and Nate. They are this straight couple. They're always straight couples. Also, we loved you because he's a queer man, and there
Yeah.
are so few queer people doing the like DIY, I'm building a house
Yes.
shit.
Absolutely.
But yeah, Kara and Nate like started their own app for travel, and they
cute.
they just keep doing
guess.
like these challenges on like higher and higher budgets, which is kind of funny.
Oh.
So like they're still
Yeah.
doing the vlog stuff, but like their most recent one, they went to Hong Kong and they did a day where their budget was $100 and then a day where their budget was $1,000. And it's like,
Cute.
all right, you like
Okay. Well,
kind of lost me, but
losing the
also
plot
like
a little bit, jumping the shark a little bit, but
I still watched
I don't
it
know.
and it was entertaining,
Yeah.
you know?
That's the thing. I also don't see a problem with when people do similar stuff. Like, that's a little bit out of left field for what their
They've
content
also
sounds like.
literally
from what I'm
been
thinking.
at it constantly since 2016. So like, what the
Yeah,
fuck
I mean,
else are
just
they gonna do now?
let them wing it a little bit. Honestly, that's
Yeah.
fair. Let them like swing and miss maybe, or just see what sticks. Like
Sure.
that's fine. But I will say, like, I do also resent the mentality of like when somebody's stuff gets more well produced, but it's the same stuff. Like people fall out of love with it. I'm like, I don't.
Oh,
I don't.
yeah.
I mean, I understand in terms of accessibility. Like, don't judge people that have a lower produced video. Totally get that because everybody starts somewhere, and like that's
Yeah.
cool. And I think it should all be equally enjoyed. But I don't like when people do the exact same thing, but it's just with like a better camera and better lighting and stuff like that. And people are like, oh, they sold out. I'm like, I mean, it's hard to pull this stuff off. Like you should have, like that's an art form in
is.
itself. To make a shot look good is
And
not
they're probably
easy.
making their life easier for themselves with better equipment too.
And
It's
also
not
sometimes
just
you
so it
just want
looks
to you just
better.
want to be proud of your product. Like
Yeah.
last year I bought like a more expensive camera, not because I needed to, but because I just wanted to try it. I like that part
Right.
of it. And like that's
It's
a
the
part
thing,
of
too,
the creative
like-
expression.
Right. Once you get into that niche, you start to see it. Like when
Mm-hmm.
you started out, you probably didn't see the difference in quality of the cameras as much. And then you
Not
did
at
it
all.
more and you watched more and you watched yourself more and you're like, oh, I see like where I can improve. Like it just means you're farther into your niche, farther into like whatever you're doing when you can like see
Exactly.
the ways that you can
Exactly.
level up.
Exactly. And I don't think that I feel like most people share that opinion. I just know
Yeah.
that there's the occasional one that's just like, oh, like it's just so produced now. I'm like, okay. I mean, produced if it's the script, or produced if it's like you can tell
Sure.
somebody else is writing it or making the idea.
Right. That would be lame.
Absolutely call that out. But when it's just like a higher quality video,
Right.
I don't necessarily agree with that. Depending on the niche, I'm sure. Like there's some people I'm sure if like I don't know, if like a guy who documents all of his stuff in the wild, like getting like hunted down by wolves, like sure, if he's doing that in 4K with like special effects and stuff, maybe not the best
Sometimes he does.
brand.
But I will say the one thing that does bother me is once people get a drone, you
Oh, God, the drone
will
really does change things a
never
lot.
not see that fucking drone
Oh
shot.
my God. They're like, I spent $1,200 on this and God damn it, I'm using every penny
that
of
how
it
much
in
a
every
drone
single
is?
video. Good ones for 4K video? Ooh, expensive.
Because
Expensive.
then they don't like last super long, right?
I mean, I wouldn't think so. I'm not a drone expert by any means, but
I've
do
just
know.
seen so many videos of the drones like wiping out into
Yeah,
a tree or
I-
into grass or something.
Yeah. And the thing is, YouTubers are so like self-made anyway. Like a lot of them probably don't have drone experience. So it's
Right,
like
right.
they probably crashed that shit a billion times.
Definitely.
I just don't care that much about an overhead shot to ever
just
want to
van
buy a
life.
drone. It's like
It's when you're
one
driving
shot.
and you need the
Yeah.
above of your van and the beautiful vista.
Sure.
But yeah,
If I was
like
a travel blogger, maybe. But like I mean, God, what would I use an overhead shot for as a video game creator? So I guess in my mind,
know.
I'm like, well, that's useless. Never mind. Why would you want that?
right, if
But then
anyone's
I guess-
thinking
I
of
guess I
going
can
into
see them using it.
YouTubing, do something that's indoors so you don't have to buy a drone.
Oh my God. The best decision I ever made was talking about stuff where I can just sit in my room and like put stuff on my wall or sit at my desk and have this little
Yeah.
backdrop. Love that shit. Love a talking
Brilliant.
head video. For me.
Brilliant. Yeah. Well, what's
Yeah, I
keeping
remember
you
I
young,
started-
Blakey?
So both of mine this time are video game related. So
Okay,
day
excellent.
one, Blakey watchers, hi. First one is my keep me young is the Game Awards. The Game Awards happened a couple days ago. It's a little bit also aging me just because of general audience reaction a bit. But
I'm not
there is
familiar
this
with the Game Awards.
So the Game
Like
Awards
the
is
Grammys
a yearly
for
hosted. It's kind of like Gamers Super Bowl sort of thing, like in a
Fun.
way. It's like their Emmys or their Oscars. Probably Oscars. I would call it like the most prestigious of the or
Nice.
the most well known at least of the
Yeah.
game awards. So it's like the Game Awards. And so they hosted them a couple days ago. Really cool game announcements, really good things like that. Very, very exciting. There was even an announcement for this game called Divinity, which is like, it's been around for a while. There's like a bunch of them. It's the same people that made Baldur's Gate 3, if you know that one, the really popular one.
No.
It's like, which all of these kind of centered around like the game style of like Dungeons and Dragons. Very,
fun.
very typical like role-playing kind of game sort of thing. And this one, they did a preview. They announced that they were releasing a new game, which was really cool. They had like this big statue out in like the middle of nowhere. And with that, like a few days before, and people were trying to figure out like what the fuck is this statue about, and some people figured it out, but they finally confirmed. It's this. And so the game got announced, but during the trailer, like they gave a little quick warning, but like the whole thing has like an extremely graphic human sacrifice going on, like in like a pyre. And then there's like, it's like this whole village watching it in celebration, but it's like this kind of like pagan ritual sort of thing where like there's kids there watching it in joy. And then there's like this lizard man and this woman and she's just riding on that dick in the middle of like this pyre while the sacrifice is going on. It is so inappropriate to the point that it's camp, and I'm like, this is the best thing I've ever seen in my life.
That's like how it opens. That's how you like start the gameplay.
Well, it happens a few minutes into the thing, but it's like the trailer is just announcing that the game is going to be a thing soon enough. And so while this is all going on, so he gets sacrificed, and like this evil spirit comes out and like sucks them all in and turns into like the same statue that was actually that was physically made in the middle of nowhere. That was like the mystery of like what's going to happen. But
that's good marketing.
But it was so absurd and so insane that it was like obviously campy. Obviously, I'm going to eat that up. I'm like, this is iconic. Like, it's like, I love when shit goes there anyway, but it was just so funny for it to be kind of in the middle of the Game Awards at like 9 p.m., you know? And so, like,
what a big swing. I love that.
Incredible. And I love that for them. Like, I'm so tired of everyone being a loser. Just like soak in that there's bad things out there. Like, screw it. This is funny. And so like then
be vulnerable. Do something bad and annoying.
Yeah, exactly. Do something bad. And I kind of loved it. I kind of ate it up. And so I actually had a hit tweet this week for one of my, I've only ever had like a couple. I don't really tweet very often anyway, but I had like a hit tweet, got me a few hundred followers.
Incredible.
I said, what did I say? Somebody showed the entire trailer and then I retweeted it with a quote and I said, need to queen out with that diva that was getting her back blown out during the really grotesquely detailed human sacrifice. And it got like 34,000 likes.
Did she have a lizard head too?
No, it's just a regular girl. I think maybe an elf, but
just a regular girl.
Jump in on that thing while there's a sacrifice happening. It was so iconic.
Why did
so
they
iconic.
Picture that
because it's supposed to be like it's supposed to be a world building of it just being this absolutely barbaric like
okay.
village that gets sacrificed to like this like demon or whatever thing. And it was so funny. And so obviously since that tweet picked up, a blue check on Twitter found it, which of course is our favorite little paid for Twitter losers. And so this guy said, type of dude to say conservatives have no media literacy, cross-species sex in front of children while a man burns alive in an occult ritual is not something you're supposed to be enjoying, weirdo. And me being a little bastard, I decided to respond. And I said, you're so right. We need to make the lizard man president. And if anybody would like to know the ratio, and I'm going to take a minute.
Good job.
I'm going to take a minute to talk about the ratio, which is his tweet had 49 likes, and my response has 1,500.
It can't be overlooked.
Listen, I will say, like, sometimes people get to me, sometimes negative comments get to me, but when you are obviously just the worst at it, so like you can't do anything to me. I'm sorry. I will lean into the joke so hard and you have no idea. Like I'm a theater kid. I can't help it.
Maybe all commit to the bit at a Blake Jennings level.
It's fun. I used to be like, oh, let's get him back with a good comeback, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, no, wait, lean in. It's always funnier if you lean in. It de-escalates it so fast. It de-escalates it so fast. It's so funny. It's so funny.
Can I tell you, the very first time I ever learned that lesson was in like a serious way, but I think about it all the time now that it's like in joking ways that it comes up. I was at this dinner. Sorry if I've told you this story before. I was at this dinner at like some artist gala, something. And one of the hosts, not even the host, the host's friend who was like there for dinner, like looked us in there's one pianist and maybe like 4 singers for this like particular summer, whatever gala thing.
Okay.
And, she was like, you must have to be so delusional to pursue this career.
Oh my God.
And I was like a year or 2 out of grad school, like sensitivo, just like,
of course.
I don't think I said anything. The pianist, who was like a queen in his 60s, 70s maybe, was like, you're right. We are delusional. And like, it just was like cotton candy. It just disappeared, you know? Like,
absolutely.
It was amazing.
Oh, yes. Oh, that's so funny. I'm telling you, it fixes everything. It's such a good
does.
de-escalator. Because then it
And I
kind of
talked to
puts the
him
mirror back on
afterwards.
them.
Exactly. I talked to him afterwards about it. I was like, how did you know how to, like, it was such a beautiful, teachable moment. I was like, how did you know to say that? Like, how did you not get mad? And he was like, oh my God, I've just been around the block so many times. And like, you just agree
Amen.
with them. You just have to agree with them. And I was like, I will remember this lesson forever. Yeah,
Forever.
excellent.
I've just found my new personality for the next 10 to 30 years.
Exactly. You're so right, bestie. Oh my gosh.
Exactly.
Like,
Well,
who
you did that one time
cares?
when you said you did that like a few episodes ago. You talked about that with like the parking thing or like the traffic thing, right? Where like somebody was getting mad at you from like road rage on your bike and you were like, oh, you're so cool. You're so great.
Yeah.
A little bit different.
Yeah,
But
that
kinda
was
the
me
same school.
screaming at a fire department, like a fireman who was probably like over 200 pounds, over 6 feet tall. That
Yeah.
was me just screaming in his face. But that was,
Yeah.
it was like sport. I don't know. He wasn't going to hit me.
Yeah.
We was like in broad daylight in the
Fair.
middle of the street. I won't think about it too much. I don't think he was going to hit me.
Nah.
He was on the clock. If we were at a bar, maybe he would have, but he was on the clock. He was
but
wearing
not
his
in that
uniform.
suit. Not in that uniform.
Yeah, exactly. We were like right out front of the firehouse.
Exactly.
And
exactly.
yeah, it was
yeah.
fun. It is fun
Yeah.
to just be like, you are so smart. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Great points made all around. Yeah, but no, it was amazing. Oh, and then somebody else responded to that guy saying about the media literacy thing. And I need to find that one because it was so beautifully
Please,
worded. It was like
please.
one of my favorite. Where did they
They
say?
were they were in your team.
They said. Oh yeah, there was a very large quantity of people on my team. Love that. But they said you talking about media literacy is a level of irony that I know you don't understand.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Beautifully worded. That's Shakespearean. But yeah, no. So the Game
so
Awards was
concise.
like. Yeah, so the Game Awards was really fun. There's a lot of controversy around it because this game called Expedition 33 or Clair Obscur Expedition 33 won like everything, swept
those
everything,
words?
won
Great.
won
Good for
nine,
them.
yeah, won 9 out of 11 awards, but incredible because it had a budget of like $10 million and it was an indie studio, which sounds like a lot, but all of its competitors were being like easily $50 to $100 million budget and like all this stuff, like big names in the industry, huge games all around this year, but it was just so fucking good. I've played the game this year and it's
Fun.
like this beautiful story, beautifully told. Like it's incredible voice acting. It felt like a movie. It was just like, but it was still fun, but it was still fun. Like it was like they prioritized that. It's just, and it's so good. And so naturally when it won all the awards, people started saying, I don't like it now. But like, so people have been very annoying, but there's been a lot of people that have also been like, okay, I'm going to try it now. That's all the hype. And then they come back like 10 hours later on Twitter and they're like, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever experienced in my entire
10
life.
straight hours of playing the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my God,
it's
fun.
I mean, I think I beat it in like 3 days. It was like the most fun I've had like in a while. It was just, it deserved every award it got. Shout out to anybody if anybody watches this. But yeah, no, it was absolutely beautiful. I stand on that side. I will not be a pick me about this. I will not be in opposition about this. I think it was absolutely deserved.
great.
And I love to see it sweet. People are like, it's not fun watching it all go to one game. I'm like, actually, it's kind of fun for me. It feels like a
It's just
victory
going
lap.
to be
I'm
one
like,
year that happens too.
it's
not
for
gonna be
3
like,
hours. It's for 3
Yeah.
hours on a live stream. If we want to suck its dick for 3 hours, let it. Open
Fine.
the mouth. Do it. Like it's fine. But like so that was keeping me young though, because I loved the game.
so fun.
It got glazed for 3 straight hours and it
Excellent.
felt like crack to me.
And it
so
was
it was
worth
wonderful.
it, you think?
100% worth it. I loved
Amazing.
it. And I think it's going to get a lot more sales from it. And when they won Game of the Year, the biggest award of the night, when they won it, they dropped that they were adding more additional content right now. They were like, we said if we won, we would like drop this additional content. And so we're doing that. So go have fun.
Oh my God.
And it's completely free. And it's completely free. Like they're lovely.
Whoa. That's
Yeah.
great. That's also great marketing. I have a question
Yeah,
about
they're
video
lovely.
games for you.
Yes.
Do you get free video games now or do you still pay for them?
Not all of my video games. The big names, no, still definitely not. I sometimes get reached out a lot for like Steam keys, like passcodes for games that they want me to use on stream and stuff like that. And for a while there, I thought they didn't want anything. They were just doing like PR packages because like brands for like skincare and makeup do that. They'll just like send their boxes out and don't expect anything in return. It's just like to get the name out basically and to get people maybe mentioning it word of mouth on their videos or something. But they're not required to give a review or anything when they send the boxes. I didn't realize that a lot of them want reviews, and so I was sometimes just accepting Steam keys for like games I definitely was never going to play. But I'm like, I'll just have it in my library. Why not? And then I got a few people message like, "Hey, when are you going to review it?" I'm like, I am so sorry. I didn't realize that was part of the bargain in the email, because they don't word it very clearly that they want you for sure to do that. It's just, I thought it was the same thing as like a makeup PR box,
right?
And so I'm like, I'm just gonna not accept Steam keys unless I really want to play it. So,
that's a good call. That's a good call.
So I've started doing that. But yeah.
Second question is, when this is more a bigger question, like when you beat a game, are you just done? Do you just put it back on the shelf and you never play it again?
Yeah, honestly, Heather, it kind of feels like when you're exiting a movie theater and you're like, okay, well, I guess I'm supposed to just go live my life now. Like, like that feeling when you first exit a movie theater is so weird. And I think it's the same sensation. I'm like, okay,
you stay in that world for hours.
Right, I guess now I'm going to go check my email or something. I usually go watch YouTube videos on it for a little bit after that, just because it's like still in my brain.
Other media you can watch.
Yeah. Like, I'm like, now that there's nothing to spoil, I watch like analyses or things like that. A lot of the games, like Expedition 33 has like a super boss at the end that takes a lot of time to like build up and learn and get all this kind of stuff to beat. Mm-hmm. So like you do get to spend a lot more time in the game. And I did that, but I completely cheesed it. I got a character like really overpowered, and I built this like YouTube guide that's like this YouTube guide had a way of like how to one-shot him so you don't have to deal with any of his mechanics. And I was like, I'm just going to do that and say that I beat the game. So I did that.
That's so funny.
Spent about 2 hours building that up, patted myself on the back and called it a day.
Got it.
But I had a lot of fun. It was beautiful. It was a great time. But yeah, no, you just kind of move on. You go to the next game. For me, it's crazy. Like, I mean, nowadays I don't get as much time to play video games. Ironically, because I'm making videos about video games or other things. So,
but that would be, I mean, just the open-ended time is what you would use that for.
Yeah, but luckily a lot of my stuff is more like character analysis as opposed to like, or like stories about the fandom as opposed to like gameplay footage. So I don't have to like lock in on the game as much as I would prefer to, but like can't. So that helps. But yeah, no. So that's the life of having my feet in video game world publicly.
10 toes down.
10 toes down.
10 toes down. Standing on video game business.
Absolutely, lovely audience though. Very loyal, which is very nice.
Oh, yeah. I respect gamers. I know gamers. I love gamers. You are one of them. Mm-hmm. And it is not a world I've ever lived in. Except for Untitled Goose Game. I fucking love that game. I fucking
completely
with that game
fair
so
and
hard.
fantastic choice. I think you would love like those narrative ones. Like Expedition 33 is very much a narrative driven story. Like things that kind of feel like has good gameplay, but also you could almost just make it a movie. Like this is definitely one of those. Insane twists, all that good stuff.
Have an addictive personality. And so there are like all sorts of like I am gatekeeping my own life. Like I don't drink coffee.
I get it.
I don't like substances. I do pretty sparingly because I know like just chemically I will go to 400 overnight. And I feel like video games could be the same thing, which is also why I'm sort of like not getting in the pool. But that's
self-protection. I totally get that. I mean, it's the same thing. Like I have people that have never touched World of Warcraft a day in their life because they know it'll ruin their lives if they do. So there's that. Speaking of ruining your life, what is aging you, Heather?
What is aging me is this like hostile takeover of Paramount and WB and Netflix. God, yes. And it's also aging me because I don't really get it. And I know that it's like such a big deal. I listen to a bunch of podcasts that are like comedians and writers. They're talking about how like we're not going to be able to come back from this. Like the media entertainment industry is going to be like fucked if this happens. Mm-hmm. And I want to get it, but I also like don't care. But I do care, and it just makes me feel dumb.
There's from what I know, it's something like WB like owns NBC, not NBC, CNN, right? And so they're trying. Wasn't it like they're trying to do a deal where they sell everything but the news station stuff, but then Trump is trying to make it where they have to sell the news station stuff along with it, and they want Paramount to win it because Paramount is like sucking Trump's dick hard, like balls deep. And
also,
maybe that's why.
So it's either Netflix or it's Paramount that's going to acquire.
Yes,
Warner
and
Brothers?
I thought Netflix won. I thought Netflix already won.
I thought so too. Oh yeah, I'm looking at articles. That one's a week old. 16 hours ago. Deal or
Yeah.
No Deal, the inside story of the battle for Warner Brothers.
Okay.
Oh boy.
Yeah. But yeah, it's kind of an exhausting thing because like I watched a TikTok the other day where apparently like WB quote unquote or no Paramount quote unquote lost, but now they're like filing to potentially buy the news stuff in like April or something. Like regard the big goal. All I know is the big goal for Trump and his people, demons, spawns, is that they are trying to get CNN bought before the midterm elections, so they, at a desperate attempt to try to turn around how the midterm elections are expected to go, because we've had like Miami's mayor is now deep Democrat, hard blue shift. Same things going on for like a bunch of red states right now. Some
Right.
hard shifts to the left,
Right.
for fucking fair reasons. We've had Trump for 1 year and everything's shit. So like. Of course they're starting to realize that. And
So
it's
he's
not like
doing everything
this
he
isn't
can.
something you can like blame on getting from Biden, because these are directly from policies that Trump put in
Yeah.
on day one. Like it's like, and we all know that. And he knows that. Trump now we got that new Epstein thing blowing up. There's new pictures of him with the Epstein girls and things like girls that went to Epstein Island and things like that. And so now he's trying to legalize weed or something within the next like 3 days or something, like in a desperate attempt to distract. He is plummeting, and that hand is not getting any less purple. Also, I don't think we have him for long, but that's not for me to conjecture, I suppose, right now.
Yeah. Okay, so apparently Netflix made a bid. Right, but they had left out CNN. Then Paramount made the bid
Yes.
for everything. And Trump
Right.
has kind of flip-flopped back and forth. But I don't think
And let me
either
tell
one
you,
of them
on
has
a
gone through.
non-political. Oh, sorry.
I don't think either one of them has gone through, according to this article from yesterday.
Okay. Cool. Well, let me tell you, on a selfish point, even outside of politics, I don't want Paramount to get it, because Paramount Plus on my TV is the laggiest, buggiest fucking app I've ever experienced in my entire life. It is garbage, Heather. If I click
They
something,
may have
I have to
traders,
mentally
but
prepare.
God damn it.
But they also have a fucking terrible tech team. Like if we get it, it's going to suck for all the global reasons. But on a much more day-to-day reason, I don't want to have to go through Paramount Plus any fucking more than I have to already. I hate fucking
You
Paramount
hear
Plus
that,
so
world?
much. I hate it. Whenever I click a show, I have to mentally prepare for the fact that I have to sit there for 45 seconds before we get to the show's page. It is miserable.
Is it Paramount's NBC? They have mad money, right? Why is it like that?
Yep, and no tech team apparently. At least not ones that work with LG TVs.
Oh, well, maybe
Maybe they
that's
thought it meant LGBT, and they're like, oh no, we're not going to work on that one.
Absolutely not. Yeah.
But, like,
sorts of,
LGTV,
gay
absolutely
stuff
not.
are on. All sorts of like gay programming are on Paramount, though.
Very gay programming is on Paramount Plus. I like RuPaul's Drag Race had an exclusive deal with them
Right.
for years.
Traders, which is that where Real Housewives is?
Traders
also?
is pretty gay.
Traders
Oh,
is super gay.
maybe. I'm not a big Real Housewives person. I should be. From what I've heard, I should be. But
I
yeah.
really should be. I really should be watching Salt Lake. That's the one that everybody loves, but I haven't watched
That's
it.
what I've heard too. Maybe one day we'll do like a stream together and like watch through some of the episodes or something.
Oh yeah, for the
Get
first time, that'd be
hooked.
so fun.
That'd be cute.
Yeah,
That'd be cute.
I guess I feel incredibly aged by like, of course, everything is political. Like
Yeah,
media,
we just like have
the
no choice
news,
for the next few years.
religion, everything has always been political. But
Yeah.
I don't like it when it's like this. It makes me
Yeah,
nervous.
everything
and it
is
makes
politically
me
charged now.
sad,
Like,
and it makes me clench my
I
butthole
will
a little
say-
bit.
The only positive, and not even a positive, the only thing that I find like even like a light about it is that like my dumb high school brain likes that everything's a little bit of drama now in a way that doesn't
Yeah.
affect, well, it does affect me, but like in a way where I'm not getting put on the stake regardless of my opinion sort of thing. But at the same time, that's still messy and still bad. Like I don't like that this is the world that we're living in, but I'm like, if I could find one light in it, it's that there's always some drama, which is
There's
a pathetic
always some
cope.
drama,
Because like
some
it
little
sucks. Right.
texture.
Right. There's always a little texture. Like it's a pathetic cope, but like it's the only thing that's keeping me going
Yeah.
is that like, oh, well, at least today
Yeah.
I get to find out if JD Vance has a lizard in his ass today or something, like some weird
Oh
new
my God,
thing.
Blake, start that rumor. Blake, start that rumor.
And you know what's the worst part is that people would believe it because he's just the worst.
I hope he does.
What an
Honestly, for his
what an
sake,
unlikable loser.
I hope he gets to experience the joy of something in his butthole. I do wish that for him.
I do think that getting pegged would save JD Vance from his ways.
I think
think
getting
that
pegged would save
I think
a lot of people from their ways.
yeah, a single touch of the prostate would just save him from all of his political views. Maybe
God didn't
But I
put
don't
your
know.
prostate inside your butthole for you to
Right.
never get pegged. Sorry.
Right. You know what's so funny? And this is okay. This is a little bit of a I guess hot take. I don't know. I think most people agree with me on this. So that I've had a podcast I've told you about before that basically is probably
yeah.
going to be the one who's like their political backing for like the midterms might be one of the most pivotal decisions in
Wow.
America right now because it's going to be the determiner of like the Midwest white mom vote, which is enormous.
Enormous.
And like they've radicalized so many white women in their 40s and 50s, and it's crack to me.
We
Like
also
they are left leaning. They are getting
Yeah.
those divas are getting more and more left every day. Like they're like, and it's opening. Like I've told you, my mom has told me some stuff that like I didn't even know about. And like that is really pretty fucking left. And I'm like,
God,
hell
on the
yes.
cutting edge.
It's so, I love it. I mean, my mom's always claimed to be like purple, like
Sure.
issue by issue voter. She's not. she's pretty left leaning about
Well, there's
stuff.
something
but
about like the social media-ification of everything that like it does
Yeah.
isolate us. And it's bad and it's fucking up our brains
Mm-hmm.
and blah, 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 blah. Maybe a shred of a good thing is that like specifically Midwestern moms don't feel
Yeah.
like they have to vote with their husbands. You know,
Amen.
you don't
I
feel
mean,
like
I'm in the
there's this like
school-
the house, whatever the house rules are, you have to
Right.
follow those. Like you can just put your little headphones in and listen to your woke left podcast and then like
Yeah.
quietly go vote and maybe don't have to talk to anybody about it, which like
No,
is
I'm
still
in the
sad and
school.
isolationist, but like, I don't know. It's
No, I get it.
something.
I'm in the school that social media is overall still good for certain people. I think for
Yeah.
people like us, that had a childhood and
Right.
then had it and are more, and social media became big when you and I hit an age where you kind of become more self-actualized. Like it
Yeah.
really hit its prime around 2018, 2019, things like that. Now that it's become more all-consuming and like a determinant of like culture and things like that,
Yeah.
now we're old enough to be able to like take things with a bit of nuance as opposed to like reading everything at face value. Now, if this
Totally.
happened when I was
Also,
like
like, when we were
15,
in-
I'd hate it.
That's the thing, because when we were 15 or like in college, I started watching YouTube videos in college and like
Yes.
started using Instagram when I was like 21, maybe.
Me
20.
too. I was like, yeah, I think I was like
And
20 or
even
21
so,
when I
like
got Instagram.
nobody else was there. And like
Yeah.
Snapchat, I remember I was like student teaching. I was like 22
Absolutely.
and was like, the only people on this are high schoolers. Like I have to get off. And then like
Right.
8 years later or something, it
Huge. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's interesting. It's interesting.
But it was like
on the-
only for entertainment for us as young people. It wasn't to like
Right. It wasn't like a thing that determined your entire life and all your choices, which is just insane to me. I will say, anybody that wants to get off social media, start making stuff for social media. Like I don't check it as much. I'm on Twitter a decent amount, but that's my only thing. Like I watch YouTube
Yeah.
to go to bed. But yeah, I'm not on TikTok
I
ever.
watch
I'm not on
YouTube to
Instagram
go to
ever.
bed.
I'm not on Facebook ever.
Yeah,
Because I
or, like-
make stuff and it gets you competitive.
Right.
I mean, it gets you comparative and it gets you like too busy to check it all the time. I don't know. Like
It's
I'm thinking of
true.
things to write or film or do. And so
Right,
like,
or just, like,
getting
switch
out
over
of it,
to
and
long
it helps you
form.
absorb stuff better. It helps you
Yeah.
absorb stuff better because you know what's going on behind that camera. You know what's going on in
Yeah.
that script writing
It's
process.
so
You can
true.
tell when like, oh, that guy put his phone up to cry in his kitchen. That seems a little fake to me. Like it's things like that. And so
it's true.
it does kind of, I don't know. I've always been an advocate for everyone. Maybe trying out filming yourself a little bit. I think it'll open your eyes to a lot of shit that's going
Yeah.
on behind the scenes. It's always a
Right.
nice thing. But all
Or
that to
at
say
least-
with the social media stuff, is oh, sorry, were you saying something?
I was just gonna say at least like give some of your time to long form. That really has like healed my brain. I've like gone through
Yeah,
phases of like
yeah.
get off of all social media altogether. Like I like
Mm-hmm.
deactivated everything for a while to the point that I had friends who were like, "Are you okay?" I'm like, "Yes, I'm just taking a break." Oh my god.
It's okay to take a break. Yeah, no, they
But,
think you're
like-
legally dead when that happens. Exactly.
Yes, but the way if they like can't type your name in if you like don't exist online, they're like, "I guess my friend died." But
Yep.
the way that I
Absolutely,
am
absolutely.
able to like dabble in that is that I like don't spend all my time there. And like I actually
No.
don't know what's going on with all my friends. I like find like filmmakers, like, whatever you
Yes.
want to call them, people who are doing longer
Yes.
form that's really like film
It's
projects.
lovely.
Yeah.
Long form's where it's fucking at, first of all.
I
Like
think
it's
so.
where it's at. Because I love making it. I feel more rewarded when I make it anyway. But just because of purely the process. But also, yeah, my average audience is like typically older. The comments are more nuanced. They actually respond to things that I'm talking
Right.
about. It feels like a conversation.
Comment
It's not like
sections are
somebody
so
just blindly
sweet
watching something.
usually.
And like I'll get a response and I'm just like, did you even watch the video? Like when
Right.
like do short form stuff? Like, and that's
Right.
not everybody. I don't do a lot of short form. Honestly, watching long form in 2025 is kind of like the equivalent of like reading a book. Like it's like that's actually more focused.
Exactly.
Than
But it's the
all
closest
that
thing
other
we
stuff.
have to TV now.
Absolutely.
Like you have to wait. Also that, like, because you have to wait in between videos of if you're
Yeah.
following like one particular channel or something,
Mm-hmm.
they're likely, if they're doing long form, likely not doing like more than 2 a week. So you do
Oh, yeah.
actually have to like go touch grass in between or like
Absolutely.
do something
Absolutely.
else.
Absolutely. But all that to say, sorry, with the I've Had It Ladies, they have like a bit
Oh, yeah,
going
yeah,
on
yeah.
about like JD Vance and the Republicans and all that kind of stuff, about how they're all like all the really evil ones are secretly closeted gay boys, which honestly probably
course they
true
are.
for a lot
Of
of
course they
them.
are.
A lot of them probably true. But now there's like this narrative from some people. I'm not going to say that this is like the general consensus because it's not. But like there's some people that are like trying to push back and be like, that's really problematic to say that anybody that's evil is secretly gay and that's like what makes them bad. It makes gay people look bad, blah 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 blah. And
There's a difference
Maybe
between
people
gay
have
and
to-
closeted.
thank you, first of all. But second of all, like it makes me so like I'm just like, guys, we finally have someone on our fucking side that is making strides and making a difference and is changing people's opinions. So when they do that, and if you feel that maybe they're not doing it at 100% perfection, shut the fuck up and let them do it. Somebody who
Give
is
them time to
95% your ally is
Right.
still your fucking ally. Shut up and let them get this narrative out, because if it makes a net positive change for the world, great. If I lose gay marriage because some twink on Twitter decided that it's problematic to say that closeted people act aggressively politically, I'm going to crash out in ways never seen before. I'm going to get so mad.
It's so true, though. It is so true. And all of those things could happen. It's the thing.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely. So like I'm just like I do not, and I never have stood behind the principle of you can only back people on your side if they 100% have never made a mistake and have never worded anything better or anything worse than perfect nuance. Like
Right.
people are people. Whatever message gets across and works, fucking use it. I don't care. I don't care. Whatever the end product, if the end product ends up being good, I do not care the means with which you did it. At least verbally.
Yeah. It seems like it's this permanent thing because it's recorded, but it's not. We're all like, what's that book? We're all struggling towards Bethlehem. I don't know why I quoted a book title that I
Yeah.
haven't read. Lurching,
Cute.
lunging, crawling. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Just because it's recorded doesn't mean it's permanent. Like we are all
Right.
like imperfectly going toward progress.
100%.
Each
100%.
each individual one isn't the end. We are all.
And I don't really mind
going
this
to the
narrative.
end.
I don't mind them using this narrative because it's probably fucking true.
It is true. But even
Yeah.
as I say it, I'm like, I do understand like how that can be misconstrued, how that can be harmful.
Of course.
Like,
Of course.
but yeah, people who hate themselves hate other people. And they
Yeah.
don't hate them. Like, being gay isn't something you should hate yourself about. It's like the many layers of like, well, they hate themselves because they were brought up
Right.
with homophobia, blah, 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 blah. And like,
Right. And we're
the
not saying that gay
closeted
people are
part.
evil. We're saying that gay
Right.
homophobes are evil.
right, which is under the umbrella of like people who like wake up loathing themselves.
Yes.
And this one just happens to be because they're gay. It could also be because like their parents hate them, like Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Elon Musk hates himself because probably his parents hated him. Like there are all sorts of
Probably.
reasons. But
God,
if you're
can you imagine
gonna
Elon Musk being your kid? Jesus, I would too, kind of. Maybe not. I mean, I feel like I wouldn't be evil, but like I don't know. It'd be hard. It'd be hard to.
Tough.
I'd love him because he's my kid, but it'd be hard to spend a lot of time with him.
Thank you for really thinking about that take.
Sorry, I had to think about the
No,
nuance
actually-
of it. I'm like,
actually-
well,
actually, you know what?
Pretty evil to say. It's pretty evil to say I'd hate my kid regardless of what the kid does, I suppose. But at the same time, I wouldn't want to be around him all that much.
I
probably.
think that's fair. I think that's fair. You
Yeah.
can love him from
I'd
afar.
feed him.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. You can hate yourself for lots of reasons. Oh, but the people who are going so hard in the paint, it's sort of like the lady doth protest too much. Like, if you're talking about
Amen.
hating gay people that much, you're thinking about gay people more than I am.
And
What's
it's like
up?
all they do. All
What's
they do
going
is they
on?
think about gay people and they think about women and how they don't like them. And it's just like, it's exhausting. I'm like,
And
that's
you're
all you
thinking
do.
about
The
trans
people that even
people's-
responded to my tweet, saying like mean stuff, it was just like 5 people. I went down their Twitters. And first of all, everyone is 12 theory is just foolproof. Like everybody on the internet literally is 12 now. But like I went
I see.
through like their Twitter feed and literally they're so miserable. If you go through the reply section, it's just them going through women's profiles and putting whore in the comments or like things like that. I'm just like, oh, you're real. You actually do this.
Oh man, that's so
it's really sad. It's really sad. I don't know. Not even
that's
on the coke. Like
like-
I genuinely got sad seeing that. I'm like, that person just sits in that all day.
Right. But also, like, you could make an argument that, like, that is someone who is desiring femininity in their life so much and
so
they
true.
don't
It
have
always
it, or they
comes
feel like
back
they
to that.
can't access it, or they can't have it, whether it's having
Yep.
a girlfriend or whether it's like wearing a dress. They
Yep.
feel like
It all comes back
it
to the
is
top,
not
which is
allowed. Right. These people thinking about trans people, like these conservatives thinking about naked trans people. That's truly what they're thinking about all the time. It's like,
Always.
what does a trans
They
person look like
always are.
naked?
Yeah.
Excuse
Yeah.
me?
Yeah.
Go look
It's
in the mirror.
exhausting.
That's what they look like naked. Like,
No
hello.
No kidding.
Go write in
God.
your diary about that. Oh my God. It's so
I
intense.
know.
So intense.
They're like archaeologists will call you a girl whenever they dig up your bones. I'm like, do you really think that you're important enough to get dug up by archaeologists? First of all, like we know enough about humans
Insanity.
already. We're good.
Insanity. Oh my God.
And by that point, I don't think I would care because I'd be long
Right.
gone.
I'd be dead. My brother in
Like,
Christ.
oh no, an archaeologist 100,000 years from now is going to call me she. No.
I would have lived my best gay as hell life.
Absolutely.
And then I would die, and then it wouldn't matter anymore.
And don't y'all famously not care about the generations that follow you? So like, why do you care?
Right. Oh my God. Oh my God. Wait, can
Anyway.
I tell you a very brief thing that is giving
Yeah, of course.
me so much life and keeping me so young? And it's so cheesy.
Yeah.
And that is this one song that we're singing called Ring Out Wild Bells.
Cute.
It's this amazing poem, and it's about like, let the old year die. And it's like this really like crazy Victorian. Hold on. I will cut this so I can look up.
Yeah.
Okay, it's a poem by Alfred Tennyson. And it's just insane. Let me
Right,
find the
cute.
line. Let me find the line. Ring out wild bells to the sky, the flying cloud, the frosty light. The year is dying in the night. Ring out wild bells and let him die. It's just,
Amen.
I mean, it's about like, there's a line that's like something about ring out the grief that saps the mind.
Cute.
For those that
Cute.
here we see no more, ring out the feud of rich and poor. There's one about disease that's really good, that like obviously all you think about is COVID. Oh, they do it out of order. Ring out old shapes of foul disease. Ring out the narrowing lust of gold. Ring out the thousand wars of old. And then there, it like all leads up to this like beautiful, it's like super symphonic, like huge piano playing. Ring in the 1,000 years of peace. And I am such a little bitch for vocal music every time.
Yeah.
Ring in the 1,000 years of peace. Like, actually, though, please, please.
Yeah. Do it.
This
Manifest it.
Old as hell poem where somebody's like, let it die. Let all of this
Amen.
die. Let us go toward progress. Ring in the 1,000 years of peace.
Absolutely.
Sorry to be cringe on
Absolutely.
Maine, but
Meh.
this poem
Meh.
by Alfred Tennyson is really giving me life.
Absolutely. Authenticity. It's beautiful.
Yeah,
I get it.
totally,
I get it.
totally.
Oh my gosh. Well, honestly, I feel like that kind of counted as my aging me also. Like
Sure.
the people, the purity politics of being an activist kind of ages me.
Yeah.
And then also that kind of stuff. I will say, I'll like lightly mention what I was going to bring just because,
Please.
but like I wasn't going to talk much on it anyway for the sake of anonymity, but I watched the Streamer Awards also this past like week and a
Awards
half, or like
season.
I saw highlights of the Streamer Awards from the past like week and a half ago on Twitter, and it's just streamers are just really not professional people. Like they're all apparently like standing up the entire time during the awards and all this kind of stuff, and like all the jokes were really like inappropriate or rude, like really rude or things like that. But then the people they were making jokes about also fucking suck because they've all had like horrible things they've said on stream. Like streamers are really just like kind of the fucking worst. Like everybody in there has said slurs on stream, but nobody cares. And like, which like, whatever, I'm not going to define somebody by their lowest moment, but like but like when all of them have done it, I'm like, okay, well, this seems to be a little bit of a pattern here. But then it's like a lot of like people that like streaming culture in general, just like really fucking is insane to me. Like I like streaming, but I don't understand the ones that really, really pop off and get really popular because it's literally just the same, like people talking the exact same way, like saying like, they'll be watching a video and they're reacting and they're like, bro, that's crazy, bro, that's great. And that's all they say for like 3 hours. Like that's it. And people
like
just like,
visually,
eat it up, and I
nothing
don't get
changes either. It's just like
Nothing-
the square in the
nothing
square.
changes. Yeah. And it's fucking insane. Like the Game Awards, when I was watching the Game Awards, I watched Asmongold. You know, that one we talked about a few weeks ago that has like the,
sure do.
like that, like, you know, the gross one that like has the horrible bleeding gums. And I like checked in on his stream during the Game Awards because there was a section where a really popular video game person in general, Felicia Day, she's like an actor. She was in Supernatural. I believe.
nice.
Yeah, I think it was Supernatural. But she also was like, yeah, she's big in the video game scene, all that kind of stuff like that. She presented an award that was for like women's excellence in gaming or whatever, things like that. And it was presented to this women's coding game creation summer camp. And it went to these two girls that were like in like late high school, early college, I think, like still really young. And of course, I was like, just purely out of curiosity because I hate myself, I went to Asmongold's stream and I was like, kind of want to see what he has to say about this in his chat. The entire chat is just spamming woke and DEI, and Asmongold's just going, "Oh, that's so sweet. Yeah, isn't that sweet? Isn't that so sweet?" I'm like, you're literally like, you're just like sentient gum disease. Like, why are you out here trying to act like your opinion matters at all? Like.
That
And it's
is
just
a
these
Shakespearean
fucking
insult,
losers.
it's so
It's
good.
100. Thank you. It's 100,000 live watchers watching him right now, just like spamming woke and DEI. I'm like, you guys are like trained dogs. Like you guys
Yeah.
you see a girl and you're like, well, time to yell this because because I have no autonomy, and
Yeah.
this weird greasy guy decided that I shouldn't like women. I don't know. It's just like sad. I'm really excited for that wave to go away because like I just see the writing on the wall. Like time's ticking. You're about to be so like there'll always be people in that corner, but it's about to be so not the mainstream view of anything. And it's going to be so funny. And it's going to be so funny when he has to do like a land acknowledgement on his stream or something like that. It's going to feel so good.
We can only hope. We can only hope.
We can only hope. We can only hope. But yeah, so that was aging me. Streamers fucking suck. They're all annoying. Like it's horrible because streamer drama is the worst because it's two people who both suck that are fighting.
Yeah. That like
Yeah.
won't ever fight in person. They'll only be
Right.
Home.
Right. There's like a
their mom's
there was like a big
basement.
VTuber. There's like a big VTuber fight this week because like the guy who won VTuber of the year or something was like a guy that just uses like a peanut filter. He looks like a little peanut like on the Snapchat filter. And then all the other VTubers use these like $3,000 like figures that like talk instead of their face and stuff like that. And people were like, he's not a real VTuber. I'm like, okay, but all the real VTubers like have all said really racist shit. Like, okay, I don't think they're great either. I don't know what we're talking about here. But then we found out the peanut guy said the F slur one time by accident during a stream. It was like, Jesus Christ.
by accident.
I don't
my
know.
ass.
They all suck. They all suck.
Yeah. They all suck.
It's, oh God, it's just like, I don't know, loser on loser crime. I don't know. It's wild.
Wow.
yeah,
loser on loser
that's what
crime.
sucked.
I would get a t-shirt
Yeah.
that said loser on loser crime.
Yeah, that's kind of the internet lately, honestly.
Yeah.
But, oh well. Anyway, but I guess
Anyway.
on that note, it's time for Depression
Depression
Meal
Meal
Mondays. Nice. But yeah, what was yours this week, Heather?
I have it right next to me. It
Sick.
is. I didn't plan food very well today, and I went to a farmer's market this morning, a beautiful farmer's market in Santa Fe, and there was a lot of food, but say it with me, it was all bread and cheese. So could I eat any of it? Absolutely.
Yes.
Well,
Oh,
it's for you, not for
never
me.
mind.
So I'm hungry, but we're here filming, so this was my depression meal. I don't know what, lunch, early dinner? I don't know. It is 2 bags of Welch's fruit snacks that are left over
Love a
from
fruit snack.
rehearsal from this gig.
Love a fruit snack. You're a fruit snack.
That's so sweet of you. Thank you.
Yeah, you're so welcome.
Yeah,
You're so
it's
welcome.
just enough calories and whatever that my blood sugar is like high enough, low enough. I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
It is what it is.
For me to make this, and then I will have to eat real food. But
Cute.
that's mine.
Cute.
What's yours?
Love it. My depression meal this week, the saddest thing I ate is one of those situations, once again, where it's not necessarily the food, but it is the situation around the food.
Love that.
And that is, I realized this week that I could, in my neighborhood, Uber Eats Cinnabon. And I could get a cinnamon
Where
roll
is there
sent
a
to me.
Cinnabon? Don't
It's like
tell
a mile
me.
deep
Don't tell
from
us
where I
we
am in
live.
Bushwick. Yeah, it's like a mile
Wow.
deep from me in Bushwick. And so there's a Cinnabon there. And I found out that I could order those. It's like a $7 cinnamon roll. I'm like, okay, honestly, whatever. I'm splurging
When
this
that's
week.
what
I've
you
had a
want,
busy
that's
week.
what you want.
And I'm sending myself a cinnamon roll because I love cinnamon rolls. But so it gets, I have it sent to me. And I do that 3 times this week.
Good.
Really dangerous thing to discover, but that is sad, but that's not the sad part, unfortunately. So Uber Eats has this really cute little feature in its user interface where once you buy it, like it just kind of goes away, like from your main screen. You have to like go to your account and look at your orders to see what all the extra charges were.
Oh.
And I found out that this $7 cinnamon roll, I was like thinking like, okay, well maybe they had like $3. Okay, that's like whatever. I've been paying every time for a cinnamon roll. I've been
can't
paying
wait.
$16.50.
For a
And I did
cinnamon
it.
roll?
And I did it for a cinnamon roll. And I have done it
Blake.
3 times. I spent $45 of my budget this week on cinnamon roll.
On 3. 3 cinnamon rolls. The thing
3.
is, just get a dozen one time.
I
And then like put them
know.
in the microwave.
Cinnabon reheats amazingly well. I could have
Oh
just
God,
done
of course.
that.
It's like it's all sugar anyway, you know? Like
It
it's not
hurted.
gonna
It really hurted. It depressed me.
Blake. Oh, Blake.
That's where I'm at.
I
That's
love
where I'm at.
that. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for telling me.
You're welcome.
That's a really
yeah.
good one.
Do we have a viewer one that's in even a
We-
chance of being sadder?
I don't know.
Yeah.
This one was from a while ago.
Cute.
Lay's. This is from someone named Lay's. Hi, Blake and
Cute.
Heather. The like way this is written. This person is from Ireland, but they speak English there, and the way that this is written makes me giggle. Hi, Blake and Heather.
Incredible.
Made egg in an air fryer, soft boiled for 3 minutes, cracked into a bowl, then added salt and buttered bread, broken up around the bowl. Was so nice, but looks disgusting. Lots of love from Ireland divas.
Incredible.
Incredible.
Oh my God.
Yeah, like that's a good meal, honestly.
Yeah, that's
if
just
there's
simply a
egg
good
in
meal,
it,
honestly.
soft boiled,
Yeah.
3 minutes, cracked into a bowl, then added salt and buttered bread, broken up around the bowl. What?
I mean, listen, I can't say McAllister's hasn't done that in Texas world. Like,
Yeah.
or like wherever any of these like little, like it's not like you wouldn't see this at like a cafe or like a Panera or something like that, you know?
Totally.
Like it's like, this is tasteful. This is tasteful.
Yeah.
And when you do it at home, you don't have Maroon 5 playing over the speaker like at Panera. So kind of
Oh
a
my
win.
God.
And it's not even
I-
early Maroon 5. It's like the later Maroon 5, you know?
Yeah, recent. Right.
Like it's not She Will Be Loved. Love that. It's like Girls Like You, and I want to put a bullet in my head. Like
I don't know
it's not as
how you
enjoyable.
pulled a recent Maroon 5 reference out of your butthole, but I'm really proud of you for doing that.
Let me tell you,
couldn't
because I
have.
fucking
Gun
hate
to my
that song.
head,
Because I hate
couldn't
that song viscerally. That song and Thunder by Imagine Dragons are my two that I'm like, the world would be a better place if we didn't have those songs. Like even
Thunderstruck
in
is all
the
I thought about
cover,
when you said thunder. Sorry.
oh well, way better, way better.
Way
but
better.
like the Girls Like You one, I don't forget because there was a picture of like the CD or something like that, or like the poster of this single coming out, and it's just Adam Levine staring because it's like Girls Like You featuring Cardi B, and this is when Cardi B first started picking up, so I don't think Hollywood was taking her very seriously.
Okay.
And so there's like you can see in the photo, it almost like he's like looking at the camera like longingly or sad, so it almost feels like he's like, and this is my song, Girls Like You, featuring Cardi B. Like he just seems like it. Like it looks in his face like he's just like
Reluctance.
disappointed.
Oh,
He's reluctant
gosh.
to even release this song. Like you're not even proud of this, and he shouldn't be. It's a bad song.
The thing I take umbrage, thank you, with everyone thinking that Adam Levine was hot back in the day.
Yeah, he's like
He's-
he's
the
not
type of guy-
unattractive, but he's like
He's, to me, that that genre of person just looks like a white dude from Florida. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Sort of like wiry, like muscly, but like skinny white boy with sort of like no water
twig,
weight.
but still has like a twig, but still has like a domestic abuse file.
A domestic abuse face. Yeah.
Yeah,
And like
yeah.
sort of like greasy hair, but it's not. It just looks like that all the time. And like clothes are sort of dirty. Just looks like you're from Florida. I grew up with dudes like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So it'll never be attractive to me. But
Yeah, completely agree.
for
But oh
him.
well. But luckily, our lovely viewer from Ireland is not dealing with that.
It's
And that's
not
beautiful.
dealing with
So
that,
you're
and that is beautiful.
Yeah, you're in the comfort of your own home, and that's beautiful. So good for you.
yeah, and eating probably the butter in Ireland is better than anywhere else in the world too. So actually, I'm kind of mad at this. I'm kind of mad at this flex. You knew that this
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
better than anything we'd ever read.
Yeah, this is a refreshing
Lay's.
meal. This isn't a depression meal. I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, okay.
That's
Improv
maybe that'll be our thing. It's like
genius.
we declare this not depressing.
It's not depressing. It's not depressing.
It's
Okay,
refreshing.
but here we have a boom boom cat, boom 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 cat.
Q and A with queer and gay. Psh, love it.
So glad. I'm so glad you picked up on that.
Absolute
Okay,
bars,
so
baby.
this
Bars.
one is lengthier.
Okay.
Lock in.
Lock in.
Hi, Blake and Heather. First, I love the podcast. You have been a really nice light in my life, and I love how you interact. I do too. I would echo that.
Love that. I love that. Yeah.
On to my question. I'd like to apologize. This is heavy. I don't have anyone I can talk to about this. We love
Tis
being
the
those
season.
people. Yeah. Here's a situation. So this came to us. Oh, it's just this month. Okay, it's not that long ago. Back in July, a friend pulled me into a new group of friends that blossomed out of similar interests in a game. I was introduced to them with she, her, and my preferred online name. For context, I am very early in my transition. No money to see a therapist, parentheses, just an online name change as I'm keeping my given name. We love the internet for being able to be a future version of yourself on the internet, maybe before
Yeah,
you
of course.
can IRL if it's
Oh
safe.
God. I had people like test
We
run
love.
coming out on World of Warcraft. Like they were like, I'm going to
Absolutely.
be here first, and then I'm going to
Yeah,
be in the real world.
that's the beauty of an avatar. It's incredible.
Amen. Amen.
Okay, so this is the main friend group. About 3 months ago, one of the guys from the group admitted that he was interested in me. This took me by surprise, but I wasn't against the idea. It's been 5 years since I've been in a relationship. I told him I was
Okay.
fine with getting to know him more, but nothing was official since I wanted to feel things out and truly see if he was right for me. Excellent. A diva with boundaries. In this
Mature.
initial conversation, he wanted to share photos. I was apprehensive at first, but decided to find an old photo that covered most of my face that still looked good. He was audibly confused when he saw my picture. This prompted me to ask if he knew I was trans. He said that he did know, but thought I was going the other way. I'm MTF. He thought FTM. He also
Oh
stated
no, like a
that-
sitcom.
right. Basically friends. He also stated that he always saw me as a woman. Okay, so this is like probably affirming, and this is also very confusing and into maybe tricky, cringy territory.
Yes.
This conversation has made me feel very weird. It was a euphoria. Oh no, it was an euphoria moment. Love that
Euphoria.
term. Euphoria
Incredible.
moment.
Keeping that.
I don't think he meant any harm by it because he genuinely is not the brightest. LOL.
Oh, that's kind of hot. Okay, I get it, girl.
He is a genuine himbo in this regard. I don't think he understood that what he said was harmful, and I had to explain why what he said was wrong. This one thing is a major red flag. I know this. The counter to that is that he's genuinely kind. Outside of this one conversation, he's never said anything disgusting about anyone in the time I've known him. At the same time, that is a major red flag that I find really hard to ignore. I agree. I also admit that I have a clouded judgment here. As stated, it's been 5 years since I've been in a relationship and I've been very desperate. I'm extremely introverted and don't really go out unless it's with friends, so it's difficult for me to meet people. Apps suck. This may be my last chance for years. Hold on. Hold on. No, it's not. I also know how hard it is to find a good man as a trans woman. Can't imagine. Can't imagine. To find a good man, period. To find a good man as a trans woman.
Oh my God, yeah.
We're
right,
all
because
here
then you're in like
for
straight,
you.
because you're in straight man territory, and that's just scary. It's
but like
it's a
straight
tough time.
with like internalized homophobia and just misogyny. And yeah.
I will say the one perk in that absolute pile of coal is that at least once you find a man that is like cool with dating a trans woman and doesn't see that as like, I don't know,
whatever.
Whatever. I will say the good news is usually that does mean you're inherently going to be aligned in terms of a lot of like life perspectives, I think sometimes, because like being a gay man's nice because at least the men you talk to usually share a lot of your political ideologies and things like that. So that helps a lot.
You, like,
so maybe that's
out.
like a small diamond in the rough. And I feel like I actually saw a report recently that like there's more straight men in Gen Z. Like there's a big uptick lately of straight men dating trans women, which is pretty cool.
Love that.
I mean, I think
Love that.
I think that's really, really cool.
Yeah.
So Heather, can we get a really quick briefing? So we have a person who she is going by she, her on this game. First time trying out the pronouns. Meets a
in
guy,
this new
really
friend
sweet.
group in person, I imagine, meets this guy.
Yes.
Something that caught my attention.
The guy thought that she was going from F to M instead of M to F.
But then he also stated that he always saw her as a woman, and that's problematic.
That's
if
where I'm
he
a little confused.
Thought she
So
was trans,
what was the red flag then? Could you remind me?
That I'm not sure which of these layers is the reddest red flag, but he thought he knew I was trans. He said he did know, but thought I was going the other way. He also stated that he always saw me as a woman. So if it was somebody who was going FTM, saying like, I always saw you as a woman is not good.
Oh, no, certainly not.
That's what
certainly
he was
not.
thinking.
I feel like that's a theoretical red flag.
Right? Like if he was wrong.
More than a real one. Because that's the thing, even if he was wrong, you can just be like, hey, that was dumb. And then see how you, because I don't think the first action is what you define a person as. I think you define a person by the reaction to being told they were wrong about it.
That's a great way to live.
And so I because they were worried, they're like, I feel like I'm justifying this person. Like, I don't know this person. Maybe there are more things, but if it's just that, now Heather, you're not a monolith, but I am a cisgender male. I don't know the trans experience at all. So if I say anything out of line, stop me. But in my mind, I feel like that doesn't feel strong enough to warrant feeling bad for still talking to him. Like, this doesn't read as bigot. This doesn't read as intentional ignorance. It doesn't feel like that to me.
Right.
It feels more so
or
like
harm.
He made a whatever mistake. And it sounds like it aligns better, if anything, now, right?
It does. It does. So like, you're right. There's like a theoretical red flag. Sure. But that is like, if you were a different person, then it would be a red flag. But you're not. And did he? Yeah. I wonder. We didn't get quite all of the information about how he did. We just heard that he was confused. We didn't hear if he was like, "Oh hell yeah, I'm on board," or if he was like, "Ooh." We only heard that he was confused. So like, what happened after that when photos were shared? Was he like right on? You know?
Right.
We don't know.
Yeah. I think
there's one final paragraph.
I think that's the thing. I think we assume. Oh, sorry.
It's okay. It's just I can't talk to friends about this because we share so many friends. That does make sense. The ones we don't share on his side, I don't know how they feel about trans people, and I don't want him to get any heat in the process. That's tricky. If he has, you should broach that now. I don't think you should wait on that.
Yeah.
The ones
I don't
on my
think-
side just say, I don't know, and leave it in that. I don't have money for a therapist. Uninsured right now. Think stupid military insurance rules. That doesn't make any sense to
Oh,
me, but God bless. You guys are clear-headed
Okay.
and neutral third party, so I appreciate your advice. I also took this to Reddit, and the one comment I got basically said, run. Thank you for your time. Even if you don't answer this, I appreciate you looking at this. Of course.
I'm gonna get real close to the mic real quick. Do not ever fucking go to Reddit for advice. First of all, Jesus Christ.
Not for personal advice. You
Ever.
go to know
Ever.
about like, how do I use my fast pass at Disney World? You don't go for personal advice though.
Not for life decisions. Not for life decisions. So
And romantic decisions. Think
my-
about the people on Reddit spending all their time on Reddit. Are they in therapy? Are they in couples therapy? Are they journaling about their feelings and their identities?
No, they're on Reddit.
I think they're posting coupon codes on Reddit, which is so helpful,
Yeah.
and we need them in society, but we might not
Absolutely.
need to go there for our personal and love advice.
Absolutely not. And so that's the thing. Like I don't know the full scope, and I'm still trying to grasp the full scope.
Yeah.
But in my brain, correct me if I'm wrong, it sounds like this person is cool with trans women, is cool
Yeah.
with dating a trans woman,
Is attracted to you,
maybe
I believe.
is attracted, maybe is a little bit ignorant on phrasing. But that kind of goes back to like what was my aging me about, like how we're kind of in this weird purity culture where if somebody doesn't say everything 100% perfect all the time, they're not an ally. And I simply don't believe that is true.
Right.
I don't think that he has, from what I have heard, I do not hear ill intention. I do not hear potential abuse. I do not hear objectifying. I don't hear fetishizing, which I think is also really important.
Yeah. I don't think I do either.
And so
And
it
he
sounds
was
like a
the one
genuine
who
interaction to me.
He was the one who first, one of the guys from the group admitted he was interested in me. So he was upfront. I think that's also good news.
Yeah.
If it wasn't like he told his friend to tell me that, blah, blah, like he let
And
you
if
know he was
friends know,
interested.
and if friends know that he's interested, then I think these same friends are obviously
Right.
a little bit more chill with your bit. Like, I'm assuming that these people probably share a lot of his beliefs and ideologies and things like
would
that, and especially in a
hope.
gaming world. Especially in a
Right.
gaming world, like I feel like if like gamers are pretty pick a side about things. Like there is
Yeah.
a very obvious side of like objectifying bigoted bad gamers, and there is a very obvious side of like open-minded left-leaning whatever gamers, and they tend to stick to their own crew. So I don't know if that's necessarily the case. It also kind of depends on the game that they're getting brought together by.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, that's
they,
true. We don't know.
Yeah, if it's like Settlers of Catan, it could be really anybody. But if it's like, I don't know, The Sims, he's probably pretty
Right.
chill. But like, so my thing is, my thing with this is like, again, I don't know the full scope. I would not let something that feels like semantics to me right now stop you from being with somebody that could make you actually happy.
Yeah.
Is where I'm at with it.
Right. And like my take is that you need more information to know if he will make you happy.
Of course.
And that's a
sometimes you're not going to
slippery
find that out
slope.
until you take the leap, you
That's
know?
the thing,
Like I
it's
do
a
think life
slippery
is worth
slope.
those leaps.
you
Don't
might-
let him be mentally checked in. You're smart. We could tell from
Yeah.
this. You are
Yeah.
smart. You
And
are
critical
prepared and you
thinking.
plan. You're a critical thinker and you've made already very mature decisions
Yeah.
going into this, which means that you are set up more mentally to be able to test the waters on this, I feel like
think
too.
So, yeah, come up with maybe some questions for him. I would say, like, be in a position where you are curious, you know?
Yeah.
Like, let him tell you who he is, let him tell you how
Absolutely.
he feels, rather than you, like, auto completing those things for him or, like, assuming
Yes.
that it's going to be bad or assuming that it's going to be good. Go in there with some questions.
Yeah.
And, like-
and again, if verbiage is not perfect, correct it and see how he responds. That is more important than
Exactly.
anything else, I believe personally.
Exactly. Yeah. And like, there is something about like being somebody's first whatever that like is annoying and exhausting.
Sure.
That can also be outweighed by lots of other things. Like companionship is beautiful.
Amen.
If it's been 5 years and you're saying you really want to be in a relationship, great. You know, like I think more needs to be revealed from this. And I would be
Of course.
curious. Yeah, like what are your, maybe determine like the things that are important to you in this relationship. Take him out of it completely. What are the things that are important to you? Feeling validated in this new identity. And maybe those are like still percolating in your brain, but like make a list. Really don't let this dude determine those things for you. Like make a list for yourself. Then from that list, you can turn that into like questions for him. So it's kind of like a job interview. I mean, like, you know, when you're dating somebody, you want to be aligned. You want to make sure you're on the same page, but you have to know what page you're on first.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think not even above all of it, but like final note maybe is don't beat yourself up. Like it sounds like there's language in there that's already blaming yourself if this goes wrong. And I don't think that's worth it. I think that once again, as a trans person, like find the joy where you can in 2025, first of all.
And the
like,
thing is,
and we're all going through that, but like trans people especially, like find the joy where you fucking can. And this sounds like it has the potential to be that.
Yeah. Yeah. I hope that it is that for you. And like, the reality is like, there aren't that many of us. There certainly aren't that many who we can like look up to and like base our lives off of and like have a blueprint of like, oh, I have an older friend or an older family member who like has this experience and I can follow in their footsteps. We just don't have that. And as a result, the life choices that we make might end up being messier because we are figuring things out from scratch. And like, that is something that I struggle with of like, oh, God damn it. I just want like a manual for these things. I just want like somebody to tell me how, and like realistically, nobody can do that for anybody's life. But like for, you know, cis straight people, there are movies, there are books, there's like all sorts of stuff that you can at least base some sort of blueprint on. And there's just not that much.
All we have is Everybody Poops.
All we have is Everybody Poops, which is a beautiful book.
It's the only universal book.
It's true. And I guess, you know what? I need to revisit those. I need to revisit the literature, but they do have one for different body parts. And I don't know that they're necessarily like, this is the boy and this is the girl, because it's like a little naked kid. They're not necessarily gendered. It's just like everybody poops. This is how this type of person poops. It's how this type, and that's kind of woke.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Except for girls. Girls don't poop. Girls do not poop.
Oh, so you're right. You're right. They made that book and then they set it on fire and they were like, actually,
like, oh no. I remember one of the best jokes that Heather ever told me was like, oh yeah, girls don't poop. This is back when Heather identified as she, her, but Heather told me, yeah, girls don't poop. We don't have a butthole. It just grows right before anal and then it goes away. Best joke I heard in maybe years. I still think about it all the time.
There were signs.
There were signs. That non-binary was creeping from the background. I was like, not for long, bitch.
My relationship to she/her was fraught. There were signs.
Yeah. Yeah. And now you have a permanent butthole, so yay.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much.
Yay.
Good luck to our dear friend Alexis.
Good luck. And again,
feel free
don't
to
beat
send
yourself up.
updates.
It's the holidays. It's the holidays.
Holidays.
It's the holidays. Fuck him.
Yeah. There are ways to like step into this without drowning.
Quick enough.
Oh my
right.
God, I know.
Watch we didn't respond quick enough and they're married.
They're married. Yeah, exactly.
That'd be beautiful.
This was only 2 weeks ago, so I really hope not.
Yeah. We'll see. It's the holidays.
It's the holidays. Have a nice little Christmas wedding. Oh my God.
Absolutely.
Congrats.
And on that note, this was Keep Me Young. Once again, I'm Blake.
And I'm Heather. And
please like, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. 5-star rating on Apple Music and Spotify, all that good stuff.
Tell us how hot we are. Tell us how good my new hair color looks.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Actually, I forgot to say
how good our studio lighting is.
Yeah.
Feel free. Any of the above, really. Feel free
Absolutely.
to include that.
Absolutely.
Or get creative.
Yeah.
And with that, we will leave you. Did you start last time? Did I start last time?
I started last time, so.
Okay. Tis
the
season
for
more
buttholes.
No. Like I had
Everybody
a feeling.
poops.
I had a feeling.
Everybody poops.
Everybody poops.
Everybody poops. Take that to your mama. Anyway.
Take that to your mama. Amen. And the choir said amen.
And we will see you next week. Bye.